Hello, my beautiful Leos. Welcome to Dawn Williams Tarot. This reading is for the month of February 2023. If you have Sun, Moon, or Rising in the signs of Leo, then this message may be for you. However, keep in mind this is a general reading and not all messages will resonate. So take what does and leave what doesn't. Don't try to make anything fit so that there are no reasons for there to be any type of a confusion of some kind. So here we are. Can you believe it's already going to be February? I do know that in the month of February, this is all Aquarius energy. We're in Aquarius season during the month of February. And then there will be 6 planets in the sign of Aquarius. Not necessarily all at the same time, but there will be 6 planets that go into the sign of Aquarius throughout the month. The beautiful thing is we do not have any planets in retrograde right now. So I don't know where your Aquarius placements are in your chart. So I would guide you to look at that and see where it's going to hit you in your placement. Okay, so what do our Leos need to know for the month of February, please? So what I plan to do is, pull your cards like I normally do. I will pull some clarifiers for each of the cards. And then at the end, I'm going to pull 5 main themes, as I typically do. Those 5 main themes may be additional guidance from the information that was already shared, or it could be brand new messages that Spirit wants you to know about that has not been discussed in the reading, right? So without any further ado, let's get to it. Okay, so what's defining you is your workspace, your skill set. Next step, Queen of Rods. Challenges, Hangman. Strengths, Justice. Final outcome, 5 of Swords. Okay, let's see. So we start off your reading with this 8 of Pentacles. And the 8 of Pentacles is all about your skills. It's about focus. It's about focusing on your job, your career. This is saying that you have a tremendous ability to be able to create and you actually do an excellent job at whatever it is that your job set is, your job skills sector. And as you can see, he's very focused here in this, on this card. It looks as though he's getting ready to complete this project. So let's say if you are a consultant, or let's say maybe you have your own business or you do project work, that type of thing, it feels as though you're getting close to the end of a project. And it looks as though there is a good possibility in this month of February that you'll be lining up your next body of work. Okay, let's get some clarifiers as to what else this represents for our Leos, please. So 8s represent obstacles in our lives many times, or overcoming those obstacles. They also represent, it actually represents a lot of different types of things, but the thing that most stands out for Pentacles is that represents your physical security. So this is really looking at your job space, your career space. Could very well be that you have been in this same job or this same career for a very long time, which has really given you this very strong skill set. The other thing is, what else do we need to know about this 8 of Pentacles, please? For Leo. Very focused attention. You take your job very seriously. So your first card is the Seven of Cups, which is spoiled for choice. It feels as though there may be new opportunities coming in. So as I was saying, if you're getting ready to complete a project, it looks as though there's going to be options for you to make decisions as to what you want to do next in terms of your job. And then you have the Seven of Pentacles. So it feels as though you have been planting your seeds. You have been really working very diligently on these projects to complete. It feels as though you have this Seven of Cups coming in that is saying you are going to be spoiled for choice. That there's going to be some things that are coming in for you to look at and decide as to what your next project's going to be. And it looks as though this Seven of Pentacles, now you get these two sevens together, right? So the two sevens together can represent worry or, feeling as though there's obstacles in your way, but this is basically saying, no, it's just, you're just setting this up for yourself. Like the sevens have to do with, experience really, and they have to do with just trusting that your process. So that looks good. Your next step has to do with this Queen of Rods. Now, this Queen of Rods could be your next potential customer or your next potential client or whatever it is that you do for a job space, or this could represent you. This could represent a female of some kind that you will be working closely with or that you are going to be involved with. This queen is the fiery queen. I call her my badass queen. She does not allow anybody to really impression her. She has her ideas as to what she wants. She's very focused on those things. She's very inspirational. She's very creative. She's very passionate. And she's very fiery. She gets things done. She has a lot of positive energy. She's very focused. She is warm. She's caring. So it could be, she would be a good person to have in your court. So it could be that this person is helping you along. Let's see if this has to do, if this is more along the lines of your career. So it could be that this queen is coming in. It's going to be somebody that you'll be working with. Maybe she's the one that brings you your next project. Or maybe if you are thinking about potentially changing careers, there may be options out there for you to consider, right? And this could be the next person that you may be interviewing with, or is the decision maker on this project, or whatever it could be. So we need more clarity really to know exactly what this is talking about for our Leos. Okay, your first card is High Priestess. Wow. Whoever she is, she's very intuitive. There's also part of a mystery with her. And then you have the Knight of Swords. Okay. So the High Priestess definitely has to do with mystery. It does have to do with this High Priestess is very tapped into her intuition. She comes from she downloads all of that information for herself. She is one of those people that has one foot in the spiritual realms and one foot in the physical realms. So this could be somebody that is going to be helping you in your spiritual space. Maybe you're going to be working with someone that is going to help you align with your own inner guidance, right? So it could be that energy that's coming in, but I also see that there's this fast moving Knight of Swords. Now, swords have to do with the way that we think about things, the way that we communicate, and the way that we come to decisions. So this Queen of Rods is quite is quite intuitive. Not only does she actually embraces that intuitive information as well, but it feels more like it's on the subconscious level, that you're subconsciously downloading all of this information for yourself. And then the second thing is, if you really are considering a potential move in terms of your job or your career space, it feels as though you are going to be moving very quickly forward to follow your dreams. That's exactly what that card is representing there. And it looks like you have a bunch of different directions that you potentially could take your skill set to. The only thing is that you may be hesitant about making that move because you have longevity potentially in the place that you're working. And because of that, you're really considering, do I really want to start over? But it looks like if you decide that you do, that you will be making that move very quickly toward your dreams. I've been doing so much talking that my throat's getting dry. Okay, your obstacle has to do with the Hanged Man. Now, the Hanged Man in tarot represents a delay out of your control. So whatever it is that you are working on in terms of moving forward, it may be a thing where they offer you a position and you decide, yes, that's what I want to do, but something comes along and there is a delay. Now, it could be that that delay has to do with going through your background check, if it's something like that that you have to do in order to attain this job. Or the other thing about the Hanged Man is that this is a card about critical thinking as well. Now, normally on the Rider-Waite deck, the gentleman that's hanging upside down usually has a glowing halo around his head. And that is a card for him to realize that there is an awakening process that needs to come. There's something that's going to come in that is going to give him additional information in order for him to be able to move forward and get off of this out of this hangman position. However, this is a major arcana, so you can fight that energy as all you want, but it's still going to be a delay because it's a delay outside of your control. So the best advice is just to go with the flow and use that time wisely in terms of being able to think through the scenarios as to what this is representative for you. Now, because this is a general reading, it's going to be different for all of you. But let's get some clarifiers to see if we can narrow this down a little bit more. What do our Leos need to know about the Hanged Man? First card is the Emperor. Second card is Temperance. Now, those are two major arcana. So you got three major arcana right in the center of your reading here. The Hanged Man is in this delayed position. It could very well be because maybe you are looking for a new role and the decision maker is the CEO of the company, or the decision maker is a very influential person within that job space. Okay. Now, when I look at the Emperor to me represents the Donald Trump energy, not the Donald Trump, the president, Donald Trump, the businessman. He's an entrepreneur. He kind of blazed his own trail. And he is very good at doing the deal, and he knows how to play the game. You can't really see it on this smaller size deck. I have this in a larger size as well because I love this deck. there is a game board down here. So he knows how to play the game. He knows how to influence and get what he wants. He is, which is also, you can see the rook here or whatever this, you know, this chess piece. This is also very much Mars energy because he is actually sitting on the planet of Mars here, looking off into the distance. He's very comfortable in his self because he's self-made. He did not get his money from other places. He made all his money himself. And, you know, he went through the trials and tribulations to become who he is. So this person is impacting you somehow, causing this delay. It could be, you know, it has to do with business things as to why this delay would be. So let's say you're given this offer for this new job, and they originally say, well, we should be making a decision by the middle of February, right? So let's just use February since that's the month we're talking about. And it gets delayed a little bit. It's not that the offer isn't going to be with you, but it's saying that you have to have patience. It will come through. This is the Temperance card, which is about balance, it's about caution, and it's about patience. It's also a card about really digging into things, making sure that you look at your contracts, making sure that whatever it is that you may be signing in terms of this job offer, that you are not leaving anything on the table. You're not, that you're definitely representing yourself in a way that is going to be very helpful to you, right? Because this is your reading, this is about you. So that is the guidance for the Temperance card. Now, the other thing is if you look at this Temperance card, he has his higher self, Oversoul, helping him. So this is guidance from above. He has these two energies, dark and the light energies. And that's about balance, right? He's balancing those energies. And so it's about balancing any type of energy. And if you really look at the energy that is swirling around, this is the infinity sign here. So it looks as though whatever this is again, this is a major arcana card. So I would just go with the flow, allow whatever is going to happen. It will settle for you. It will work out in your favor is basically what I'm saying. Your strength is the Justice card. Now, this Justice card is another major arcana card. This is a card about legal things, obviously, because justice. So if you, I would just be very cautious, like if you don't want to have run-ins with the law, or you don't want to be in a situation where you have to call the law because something has happened to you. So make sure you lock your doors, make sure that you do all the precautionary things. If you're a female and you go out at night, make sure that you park close to a door if you have to go out. Make sure that you lock your car. Try to gas up during the daylight hours instead of at night. Those types of things. Just be smart about your surroundings. And then the other thing that the Justice card is about is truth. You are looking for truth. You are seeking truth. You are a truth seeker. You prefer to come from that space. And then the last thing that the Justice card really represents for me is that it's really saying that you are on the right path. So if this is the direction that you're going, it's saying it's going to be very prosperous for you, because look at the gold on the card here. And gold in tarot represents positivity, with the sun shining down on you. And that is all the energy just flowing in and bringing you joy, happiness, and all those things that feel good. Okay, Leo? So now let's pull a couple of clarifiers for the Justice card. What else do we need to know about your strength position? It feels as though this is saying that you're coming from a very high level of integrity, honesty and integrity, and you are expecting that in return in all of your relationships at this time. Okay, and your clarifier first card is Four of Wands. And then your second clarifier is Three of Cups. Beautiful. It just, to me, this card is a card of celebration. The four of Wands is it's just a card of celebration. It's a card of happiness. It's a card of balancing and celebrating. And, fours are about stability. And this is emotional stability. This is inspirational stability. This is creativity. Now, normally on the Rider-Waite deck, there are sets of pillars. The wands are set up here as though you're walking through a gateway, or you're walking through this, you're trudging down your path, and you're going to go through this gateway to celebrations. A lot of times this represents happiness and joy. It represents, sometimes it represents marriage, or it represents some kind of a accolade. Perhaps you are going to be graduating, or perhaps you are going to have some kind of certification that you're going to complete, something along those lines. And then it's also followed up by this Three of Cups. So whatever this celebration is, which it could very well be that you're finally offered the job, you accept the job, and there's a lot of happiness there. It brings you a lot of joy and stability on every level, emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, right? As well as financially. And then you celebrate with your friends. The Three of Cups is a cup. The cups are representative of your emotions, and this is your tribe. These are people that you have gathered around you probably for many years, and whenever you have anything that you want to celebrate, these are the people that you would contact and say, I just got this job, let's go out to dinner, or I just got this job, let's go to Vegas and let's have a good time before I start my new job, something like that. Okay, so it's very positive, very uplifting. Now your final outcome is the Five of Swords. So the fives in tarot have to do with changes. It's just minor changes. It's not very big changes. It's minor changes. So it's not like it's a tower moment where you feel as though the rug's, brought out from underneath you, but it is a change. It does have to do with the way that you think about things or communicate. So the thing about this particular five is the energy behind this card is that it is a card of winning at all winning at all cost, not at all lost. Winning at all cost. And that may very well be where your energy is, because Leo, you are pretty fiery when you need to be. And if you feel as though somebody's taking advantage, you're definitely going to stand your ground. But the other thing about it is he's going up, he's defeated these people here. So it could either be that you're feeling defeated in some way, but I don't think so. I feel like you are more on top of the world in this reading. And he's going along and he's just picking up those swords so that they don't have the tools to fight him again. Like they already had the battle, and he says, like, yeah, I don't want to fight you anymore. Because look, you still have this gold back here, right? So somehow or another, this is going to be a lesson for you. And I don't know exactly what it is entailing. So let's pull some more cards to see if we get some clarity as to what this five is representing. Clarity, please, for our Leos. Can't believe we're already going to be in February. Wow. Time's flying. Okay, your first card is Ten of Swords. Second card is Two of Wands. Interesting. Okay, so this card right here is saying that there is some kind of a conflict, could have been a conflict, or it could be that the conflict is now over. And as it is mental, it's more of a mental conflict than anything else. I feel as though this may have been that mental conflict of, do I stay in my old job? Do I stay where I am the senior person, or I have all this longevity, I get all this time off because of vacation time or whatever. But something has happened along the way that has really made you wonder and feel as though there's a lack of appreciation of some kind, or maybe you're just looking for a change, right? That's the 5. Maybe you're just looking for a change. Not only will it be a change of finance, but it will also be a mental stimulating change for you. And then it looks as though you are completely walking away from this old situation. There could be some bitterness involved with that, because it could be that your boss is feeling, or the company that you work for is feeling that, they invested all this time, money, and energy into, and here you are just walking away. Where is your loyalty? But I feel as though you are feeling as though it is done. You're finished with whatever this represents for you, and you were walking into the sunset. You were walking into a better place, right? That is a completion. And then you're also looking at potentially other opportunities, because 2s have to do with choices. Now, if you look at her, she has a wand in her hand there, but she also has this globe, and she also has a picture of a VW van. So she's really contemplating if she wants to go out for an adventure of some kind. And there is a choice that is going to be presented to you as to, maybe when you are offered this job, maybe you decide, well, I'm going to have to buckle down in this role. So I might as well take a week or take some time and do a family vacation, right? Between jobs, something like that. Or it could be that you're deciding that this job is going to be a position where you might move closer to where that is. It could be that there's a move involved. I don't see that it's not verified here with the Chariot card, but it is a possibility that you may be considering that as well. Changing jobs, and then changing home, moving somewhere else. So it looks like you're going to have some options to think about, decisions to make. Whatever it is, it's going to give you some creativity and some passion. It feels as though whatever direction that you're going to go is going to make you feel more fulfilled. It's going to give you some motivation where you might not have been feeling very motivated. It's kind of like you're just going through through the grind because you're so good at what you do. And now you're going to be introduced to a whole new set of people and procedures and all of those types of things. So it looks really good. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to pull your 5 last main themes for this reading. If you've made it this far and you're new, please like and subscribe. We would love to have you join our family. And your first card is the Diamond. Woo! You'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. Well, we did see this marriage card. Could very well be that's what the celebration is. Maybe you're going to get married. The second one is a casket. Someone is going out of your life or the end of a situation. So see, I feel again, it's confirming that you're going to be putting that old role behind you potentially. Quill, you're going to be getting back to the basics. And that's kind of what happens, right? When you go to a new job, here you are, you're top guy and you're in your role in this company, and then you decide, yeah, I want to try something new. I'm not feeling it with this anymore. I've just kind of been grinding through, and now I want something that's going to stimulate me. And then it's kind of like going back to the basics because you have to start from scratch. And then you have the Parrot. Someone will gossip about all your secrets. So be careful, be aware. That energy is there. And yes, it's all about your career. The career card. Well, you know what? It's the beginning of the new year, so it doesn't surprise me that you would be making a move now. A lot of people will do that when they make decisions. They're like, oh, I gotta get through it could very well have been one of those things where you've been thinking about this a while and you thought, well, the holidays are coming and, I gotta have extra money for the holidays before I make this big move. Plus, a lot of companies don't really like to hire during the end of the year because they'd like to write off whatever losses or whatever they do in that kind of a thing. And then they like to start fresh. So they usually will start their hiring process again in January. So this looks really good. I hope that this resonated with you. I hope you got some value from this reading. I absolutely appreciate each and every one of you, and I'm sending love from my heart to yours. And until next time, take very good care of you and enjoy your February. And happy Valentine's.